This is section 5.1, part 12, and our last part. Good for you if you've hung in here with me. Okay, we're just going to go through the same steps again, practice the analyzing our polynomial function. Remember, the first step is end behavior, which we determine by imagining. We don't have to actually do it. Expanding this out, and what would the first term be? So the end behavior here, y equals or f of x equals. Well, this time we do have an a other than 1. A is -1, so we're going to need that. We're going to have a -1, and then what will the power on x be? X squared times x times another x, so negative x to the 4th. Okay, so what does the end behavior look like for that? Well, that's our upside down parabola, isn't it? So we know on either end, we should see that. That's what we know. And there'll be some interesting things going on between. Okay, that was the first thing. The second thing says, what are the x and y intercepts? The x intercepts are, now what is it when we see this negative x squared? What's the x intercept? It's 0, yes. And then x minus 3, 3. And x plus 4, -4, right? The y-intercept, well, if we to find the y-intercept, we let x equal 0, but what's going to happen? -0 squared times, well, 0 times anything, right, is just 0. I'll write it all out, but of course it's 0. So this graph does go through the origin. All right, what are the zeros? They're multiplicities. And what's happening at the x-axis? Okay, the zeros are 0, 3, and -4, same as the intercepts. What are the multiplicities? For 0, it was 2. That's even. So what happens at the x-axis if the multiplicity is even? It touches. Yes. For 3, multiplicity is 1, so it crosses. That's an odd number. And for -4, it's 1. It crosses. Again, this sum is our n, and it should be. Okay, maximum turning points is number 4. That is n minus 1, or 4 minus 1, or 3. That's the maximum number. Doesn't mean that's how many you'll have, but the maximum number is 3. Okay, and so now we want to start sketching this, right? With our known end behavior. So our intercepts are 0, 3, and -4. We know that it comes from below, comes up to -4 and crosses, comes down to 0 and touches, comes down to 3 and crosses. And see that end behavior? We said on both ends it would do that, but some interesting stuff in between, and that's exactly what we've got here. So I don't really know how high up it goes. We didn't bother to find any points there. That's not what we're interested in. We're interested in basically where are we crossing or touching, and when are we above or below the axis, and what's happening on the endpoints. Okay, we have finished section 5.1.